guys, the airsoft tech here. Today we're gonna do a nice build, brand new build. So it's gonna be pretty much a ZCI DMR, right? I got your ZCI receiver, ZCI polymer and guard, ZCI ZCI 265 outer barrel. I have ZCI 200 mil suppressor. I have a ZCI buffer tube, you know, motor grip. So you know, pretty much the external are gonna be ZCI, so that's gonna be good. So, this is an already used one, so I already got everything inside here, right? Charging handle, handle spring with fake bolt. I already have a selector, but I don't have that guy right there. So I'm gonna need to glue that in there, and after that I'm gonna jump straight up to the gearbox and start to assemble everything, show you what's inside and what we're dealing with. Yeah, we also have a ZCI high torque motor, so that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be like a DMR build, right? You know, for accuracy, long range, and semi-auto only, 450 FPS. You know, super smooth, super solid internals and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna glue that and gonna go straight to the gearbox. Okay, so what we have in there, it's a really nice Ribbon Evolution gearbox. You know, with radius and all that stuff. Into solid bushings. For ease of filming and saving time, you know, I already shim the gears and assemble everything. So you know, you have your nice Xcoretech MOSFET, SHS safety, Programmable, M16 trigger. You have those nice Programmable 80-to-1 gear set delayer, and this is a ZCI anti-reversal latch, so you know, that's pretty good. So this is the PTS Mechanan set tippet plate spring, so you know, just to make sure to have a lot of pressure on there. My focus is all right. It sucks so bad now. Hello, focus. It's really that color that doesn't pick up on there, or what? Okay, you see a little bit at least here. So stock cylinder, you know, full cylinder, so we want a lot of air volume. Same for the tappet plate. Inside there we have this is a ZCI 14 teeth high speed piston, and we have this is a rocket, I think, aluminum cylinder head with O-ring, and this is let me show you. This is a Xcoretech cylinder head, you know, with that nice pad on there, and that also act like a O-ring, so you know, it's like double O-ring with a really nice pad and all that stuff. So those are really solid, really good. And this is I don't remember, man. I think it's a BCA. Yeah, it's a BCA double O-ring aluminum CNC machine cylinder head, air nozzle, sorry. So you know, that build, I think it's really solid, you know, and you're gonna put out a lot of performance. So I'm just gonna reassemble everything and switch to the next part. Okay, so as well, I forgot to mention that's M130 S1 arm spring, right? And it has that nice QD spring in there, so you know, you can swap out spring pretty quick. And I modified the tappet plate right here at the height of the switch if you want. So You know, it always stay in semi-auto. Right now we have safe, semi-auto, semi-auto. So you know, because most of the field require you to have a mechanical lock semi-auto. So at least here in Canada, right? When I'm playing, so. Okay, so now that thing is gluing there pretty good. Selector right there, so that's good for the bottom. The part, like I said, I already put everything inside, so I don't have to worry about that because you know it's pretty much annoying to look at this. So now let's go barrel. Like I said, it's a TI. You know, like 365. I think no 265 is there. Yeah, I had a 380, so I'm gonna throw a 380 in there. So just snap it in place, right? And then put a knob. I'm gonna do that off cam because it's gonna be easier for me. So put that knob in there, just tight it a little bit, just to make sure it's in there really good. So now barrel is in place. So now let's slide our 10-inch, and I already put a QD thing mount on there. So put that on there. Try to squeeze it in. Got it. Okay. There, motherfucker. Right, now it's snap in place. Pretty good, right? So now I just need to tighten those screws, but for now I'm not gonna bother with it. So what I'm gonna do is install kind of gas tube, but you know, technically it helps securing, if you want, the barrel in there. So I put it straight up in the hand right there, and that's a 2 mil, I think. I'll really add some Loctite on it, so it's all good. Otherwise, put Loctite on there, guys. Oh, there we go. Well, that looks good, right? So that's done for that part. Now we want to assemble the lower portion, the lower receiver, right? So let's go ahead, slide the gearbox in. Put our pin. There. So this, I don't remember what it's exactly as a mag catch, but I think it's a slung airsoft magazine catch, because that's where they have been stuck where I buy it. So you know, never tried that one, but nothing wrong with it. All aluminium, you know, all that good stuff. So seems to work perfectly, right? So for the bolt catch release, I have this is a nice retro arms CNC machine. That should do the tricks. So yeah, we have that. Now our body pin, right? Slide it in. Just look on the other side. Sometimes I just need to align them a little bit like that. Yeah. That's job done. So, oops, that's squeaky. Anyway, I don't think this helps with the focus at all. I tried because, you know, some contrast, but let's see how it looks. You can see a little bit, right? But I don't know, man. It's look like I don't have any fucking light in there. Or, I don't know. Filming with an old S8, right? So Samsung S8. And it's so fucking bad, man. So fucking bad. Anyway, so I'm gonna put the motor in and that nice SHSI torque motor, right? And that you have crazy magnet, right? New dim magnet. So yeah, you know, I can, right? Oh, that's a really strong motor. And you know, if you look on the back on that receiver, you can see it's QD compatible, so you know you're gonna be able to swap the spring on the field, you know, if you want to. Okay, so everything is assembled. I'm off buffer tube. Put a little piece of tape to make sure the buffer tube, you know, is tight against the green stock. And I have put a TTS sling mount in there. This is super solid steel, right? Let's bring the battery with a couple of shots just to see. Looks nice. So that's pretty good. So now for the accuracy setup. Oops. What I have here is a 510mm maple leaf barrel, 6.02 stainless steel. I have a G&G up rotary style, and I've put a maple leaf 70-degree bucking with a maple leaf tensioner. So now what I want to do is put that inside. And I'm gonna put tension on it, like so. I'm gonna put a mark on where the barrel ends, right there. So let me just grab. Okay. So there we go. So that gives me where the barrel stops. I'm gonna do a little different tape mode. So for that you need different tape. A normal tape. So I'm just gonna, yeah. So now let's remove that from there. So now you see where the barrel ends, right? So the first thing is to grab some tape. So that you get some quality tape, right? With some nice sticky glue on it. CSA, right? This is good stuff. So what you want to do is just below put a layer of tape, right? And then you want to kind of, you know, make sure it's in place good, and then remove it. So what's the purpose of doing it? It's just basically to put some glue on there, so you know. That's a really solid tape, man. God damn. Okay. So now you have a little bit of glue in there, right? If it doesn't work, you know, you can heat it a little bit, you know, stuff like that. But normally, you know, it should put a little bit of glue in there. And what you want to do now is just grab your Teflon tape. Very protected because the end is kind of. You just want to grab a little bit of Teflon tape and do, you know, 3 or 4 rounds. So you know, around 10 to 15 mil is what you want. And you want to do like about a turn on it. So as you can see now, the Teflon tape stick on there, right? So that's because of the electrical tape. And you want to make sure it's tight. What it's gonna do is it's gonna act like a shim, right? So it's gonna hold your barrel in place a little bit better. If you want, you can do, you know, like 3 or 4, whatever. But you know, for my testing, there's no really difference. But one at the end like that, especially when you have the barrel, you know, that long over there. So now, you know, I try to put it and it doesn't want to go in, so I need to remove 2 or 3 layers of it. Let's go like that. Some outer barrel are a little bit loose. Some inner barrel are a little bit bigger in diameter, right, and stuff like that. So you're never gonna have the same result with that, right? So now it come out. Yeah, I can see it a little bit on the end, right? It's not coming out. That's perfect. You want it right there, you know, at the end of the barrel. So that's perfect. But now, as you can see, the barrel is coming out, so that's weird. I want to install my nice 200mm LCR suppressor. Really like those suppressor, you know, because one side is clockwise, the other side is counterclockwise, and you can unscrew those guys. So you know, basically what I does is put Loctite on those both sides, and I tied it. And you know, inside there's some kind of foam already in there. So, but if you want, you can grab those ones that are a little bit thicker and better quality, because as you can see, the kind of foam inside sometimes it's not round perfectly and they move a little bit, so you can see it like obstructing a little bit. But you know, it doesn't matter, because after a couple of shots it's gonna destroy it, right? So let's see if I'm on the good side. No, so that's perfectly the clockwise side, and there we go. I'm gonna tighten it in there. So now I got your upper receiver right there. So I'm just gonna put upper and lower together. Okay, so now let's snap mag in there and let's see the result. I put some 0.20 gram BBs in the FPS, right? So let's go ahead. Sounds so nice, man. Well, that's 430 FPS. 429. 428. 428. 429. And 429. So good consistency, all that stuff. A little bit on the low side, but you know, it's still pretty good. So you know, you are below 450, so that's good. I'm just gonna check one thing. Up is off. Let's try to put like 4 or 5 click, right? Let's gonna show a little bit what we got with up adjust. Oh, we go down to 422. And I have so much hard time seeing. And 422 again. So yeah, you know, so you don't have that much drop on the hop up because the hop up apply already a little bit of pressure, so that's why the number is a little bit low, right? Otherwise it should be I think it's around 440 feet per second. So yeah, 430 because you know the setup in there apply already a little bit of hop, you know, so you know the hop up at 0 basically those 0.20 is gonna fly straight up in the air, because with 0.30 gram I think it shoots around 360 feet per second, so you know yeah. So those 420s are not really just the up is just too strong for those 0.20s basically, you know, to give an accurate reading on you know what's the real FPS on that guy. That's just it, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna install a crazy nice scope on there, and it's just absolutely stupid how big it is. So you know, I'm gonna install it on the gun. You know, that's a mag on the side, right? That's one. That's 3 times the size of a mag, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna install it and I'm gonna show you a little bit what it looks like, and yeah. And by the way, the sound of the gun is absolutely insane. Sounds super nice. Sounds LT. Semi-auto response really good. You know, I didn't show, but I mean, I can show you a little bit. I don't have that much BBs there, but you know. So let's try a couple of shot semi-auto, right? Ah, fuck, batteries on in there. Give me a second, sorry guys. That's a failure. Right. Let's do a couple of shot in semi-auto. Yep. Long mag is empty, but and 3 BBs left in the mag, so that's pretty good. Feeds everything. But yeah, cruisy semi-auto on a DMR, that's good. I'm gonna show you it again. I don't know if you can see it properly, but yeah, that's a very nice setup. God damn, it's Jason Ball. Yeah. So no movement at all. On the crane stock, super tight in there. Yeah, that really nice 6x24 scope, 50. The open right there, so 624 by 50 AOEG. And that 5-10 mm barrel, you know, that's some good weight, but super lightweight, and the weight is kind of balanced on the middle, you know, so it's not too much from the heavy, right? It's it's really cool.
So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you have a great day. That was the Airsoft Tech, and I'll catch you in the next one.